Hello Sunshiners, welcome to my channel. I'm Angie. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It is now January 12th. Almost 2 weeks into January. It's flying by so fast. It is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful sunny day out. You can see I got some natural light in today. I'm feeling really good. And my husband and I went out for a little drive, and here I am to do the Splooting series by Snuggle Beans Crochet Pattern. I have been making her patterns since the moment I've seen them, and I have gotten almost all of them. I still have 8 more that in the shop that I like to get, plus the new one that she's coming up. I did not get picked to be the tester, but I cannot wait to get my hands on the new pattern. So, let's go ahead and see all of the Splooting pattern series that I have been making from Snuggle Beans, because her pattern is amazing. I highly recommend you guys getting them, even if you are a beginner making plushies or amigurumi. It is very easy to follow, very easy to read, very little sew. Most of her plushies that you make are crocheted into the arms and legs. Some of them are the ears. So I cannot wait to show you the absolutely gorgeous, cutest pattern that I have made that I absolutely love. I don't even know which one is my favorite yet, so I can't wait. So hang tight and we're going to go ahead and check it out. Alrighty, I'm back. You guys ready? Let's go ahead and see what we have. So I can't remember what my very first one was. It might have been the bear. The cute little Barry the bear. And I made 2 of them because it is just absolutely adorable. I made the first one with this color, the black bear. I couldn't resist because it looked like a bear. I can't believe how amazing this pattern is. It really looks like the true bear. So I made the brown one because I had to make it. It's just too adorable. So they're 2 different, it's the same hook size, but the yarn is a little bit different, but it's the same amount of yarn and everything. And I did use the eyes that I made. It's kind of hard to see on it, but you can see how pretty that is. And I think it's like a reddish orange. Yeah, orange. And it's so cute. Look how cute this little tail is. It's like I was saying, it's just so easy to make. So you crochet in the leg, the tail, and the arm. You sew the ears on, and you sew the head on. And her pattern is so thorough that you can't really make too much of a mistake when you sew the head on. I mean, it might turn a little lopsided or crooked, but it's called Splooting series. That's why it looks like that. So you lay them down flat. The head can rest on the leg, or you can have it sitting like this. I mean, it's so cute. The whole thing is crochet. It's all like very low sew. And that's what I like about it. You don't have a lot of sewing to put in there and try to line it up. I like crocheting the undulating because it really makes it look clean and true to where it should be. And these were one of the 2 first ones that I have made. And it's just too cute. It is available on my website. All of them are. Except for the newest one I just finished earlier today. So this is called Barry the Bear. I will link her at the shop in the description for you if you guys are interested in it. So we got your bear. It's too cute. So since I started with the woodland one, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, this is my 3rd one. It's called Fennec the Fox. And I did it in the deep red, and the tip of the ear is in like a deep green. And I used the white. And I did it sort of like in the Christmas version. And I used regular brown eyes that I had. And I think it looked good. This was before I had the 30mm eye to make. I already had these ones, but I think it looks really good. And look at that big, thick tail. And I use the bigger hook, and the yarn is actually a little bit thicker too, so that's why it looks a little bit larger. I think I used either 6.5 millimeter for this guy. That's why he's bigger. And I love how it turned out. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Looks like that's the other one I'm going to do. What's neat about this fox pattern is it actually has two versions of it. So one's the fox, and the other one is Ren the wolf. So I use the same eyes. And the only difference is that Ren the wolf has the paw print. Like you can see the paws. And it looks more like a wolf. So I use gray, and the yarn's a little bit thinner. So that's why it's a little bit smaller, but I think I used a 5 millimeter hook for this guy. But the tail is the same. Everything's the same. The only difference is where the colors go, and the ear is a little different. And you got paws instead of regular legs to make it look like a wolf. And I just love how she did that, where you convert it into two different types of animals in the same style. So, look at the difference. And the yarn is different too. So these ones are a little bit more thick. It is a stiff weight. But it depends on how they made it with the material. It could be the same weight, but it's the way the thickness of it is. The grams, I guess. I think that's how it goes. So I love it. It's just so simple, easy. Even the beginner can learn it once you learn all your basic stitches. That's very important to learn the basic stitches, how to do color change. And once you get a hang of it, you can do practice with basic, simple plushies and work your way up to that. But almost anybody, pretty much anybody can do that. And I absolutely love it. So that's 4 so far that I made last year. Most of them were from last year, but a lot of them from this year too. So I got the table full of her splooting series. The next one is Sweet the Squirrel. Definitely looks like a squirrel. And the ears is so perfect. I wouldn't mind doing another version of squirrel where you could do like little hair that's stitched up, like you see that out in different areas and stuff. And I also use the same color brown eyes as the other two. But like I said, I just have 30 millimeter eyes that I can make my own with glitter and that until December. This was all done like in November, October, November. And the tail is so neat how she's had it made where you can see the little bit of it. So it's like the increases on the side, and this was increased to create the curve to it. And everything's crocheted in except for the ear and the head. And what's neat about it is that you can see in the back, you can see like a fold, when you fold the body and you crochet it together first. And then you leave yourself a little bit of yarn, and then you sew it right onto the back of the head. When I do my next vlog or two making another splooting series, I will record how I sew just this on, because everybody does it differently. And I had trouble at first, but then once I did it more and more, I did find like an easier way. And what's neat about it is that when you have that fold from the body and you lay it on the head, it lines it up and it gives you that perfect straight line. You just have to make sure that you have the head centered, not opposite or whatever. And, you can even do it where it gives it a tilt on the head when they look at you if you want. But there's a Sweet the Squirrel. Now, most of her splooting patterns will have like a 3-pack. And that's what's nice about it. So like the bear, and then it'll be like 2 other ones. Most of them have a 3-pack. Some of them will have like it's the same animal, but it's 2 versions of it, a male and a female, and stuff like that. I mean, it's worth getting her pattern. I highly recommend it. So the next Sweet the Squirrel. I think this is like one of the favorites that I really do like. It's too cute. You got your little moose. This is maple the moose. So like I said, where some of them come with a 3-pack, this one is a 2. So you got a male and a female version. I did the female version because she's got the cutest dress on. I mean, just look at it. It's got little ruffles on it. You got your tail. So when you do the body, you start with whatever color you want to do for the dress. And then you crochet the whole thing. You just crochet the leg, the tail, and the arm in. And you sew the antlers on, or is that crochet? I think the antlers are crocheted in. I think the antlers are crocheted in, but the ears are sewed on. I can't remember, but they all might be sewed on. And you make the bow tie, and you sew that on, and then you do surface stitch to create your ruffle for the dress. I mean, how can you resist that? It's so cute. I did use, when I started making it, not realizing that you should do a dress for her, and forgetting what color eye I used. I used red and green eye, and I did that robin blue flower dress. But that's okay anyway. It actually looks really cute. I like it. I can't wait to make another one in the male version. The male version has this scarf, I think. But I might do a bow tie on him. Or like maybe a regular pant overhaul. Like I can do the same color yarn for the pants on the leg up to the body. It's just so cute. So this one only had 2 pattern versions. So it'll be a male and a female. And I love it. And then when you do when you crochet, the whole thing's crocheted in. You just do like the 5 double crochet, unfinished double crochet, and then you pull them all together. And that's what creates the bubble stitch, right? And I like that because it really gives it a natural look of the nostril. And then you take a piece of yarn and you do it from the bottom of the very first stitch hole up to here where the light brown is. And that's where you could create your cleat as a hook. So, it's too adorable. And then we got baby the frog. I love the eyes that pop out. It's so cute. So I did the blush a little different. I just started doing the heart shape. And that way you want to give it to someone for Valentine's. He's available on the website, wellshottoncrocheter.com. Click on plushie. You can see what I have available. And like I said, everything's crocheted on, except for the head and the eyes. You sew the eyes on. And then you do the mouth and blush. So this yarn is a 5 weight. And I use 4mm, I think. So that's why I use little. It's just so adorable. I think he's really cute. For those of you that are frog lovers, yours. And I can do them in any color for fun. If you want purple, red, blue, whatever, I can do that. I can do it for all the plushies. This one I just finished yesterday. Cookie the cat. I love this color yarn for the cat. I think it worked out perfect. And I used white glitter eyes that I made. That's a 30mm. It's like I said, I didn't have any at the time I made the first couple Splooting Series, the larger size. But these ones I painted. This is white. And then I bought the safety nose. And I used this mint green color. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called seedling for the paw. So you have 2 options for the paw on the cat. You could do it without this paw print, or you could do it with. I liked it with because the bottom had it. I think it really turned out nice. I love it. And then you sew the ears on. You could sew it perfectly straight, or you could sew it where it curved. So I kind of made mine a little bit curved. And you can embroider the nose if you want, but I had a couple safety nose, so I wanted to use that. And then the tail. It's nice and long. It's not stuffed. It's just unstuffed. And this color is gorgeous. It's like a coral peach color, and I love it. I think this cat is really cute for all you cat lovers. You get your hand on them. I also take order requests for custom order. I have a page set up for that where it has all these different types of Splooting series. I have several other ones that are not these kind, and you could contact me of what you're interested in, like what colors you want, and stuff like that. So that way, if you want them in different colors, we can work on that. Most of these yarns, not most, but a lot of them, I did order from Premier. So if you really wanted that specific color that I got from Premier, and I may run out, I will have to order that. So I will require a little bit of time for that to come in, so you can have that color and everything. But I'm going to be pretty much showing all the colors that I could get my hands on in a local store. Between Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Ollie's, they get Bernat yarn as well. So hopefully I can keep stock of most of the colors that I have that needs to be ordered near future. So fingers crossed. So let's go ahead and do our next one. This one I just finished today. Pax the puppy. The puppy, the cat, and I believe the mouse. They're all on 1-3-pack pattern. I decided to do the shorter ears so it sticks out. I think it's cute. Like that. You can also do the long ears where it comes down. Like a dachshund or whatever, but I think this is cute. I used the safety nose as well. I did border it, but I really wanted to use the safety nose instead. I think it's cute. She did not have any paw print one. I'm surprised she didn't add that in there, but if I make another one, I might do that. Because it's similar to the cat pattern almost. And I used the same size hook for the cat and him at 6.5 millimeters. And it really works well for this kind of yarn. And the tail's a little bit shorter than the cat. So everything's crocheted on except for the head. You just throw the head on. That's it. The ears are even crocheted in. So that's nice. This is the sage green Bernat yarn. I could get that in any local store. So I think he's adorable. I really like him. Dogs are my favorite animals. The domesticated animals. And I do a lot of dogs. It's my favorite. I think he's really cute. I like the color too. It turned out really nice for the guy. So, and I'm sure this is going to be another favorite. Huey hiding the cow. Yeah, I used the almond Bernat yarn for the body and the head and that, and I used Premier Snuggle that was ordered on Premier, and I used the brown demi pearl from not Hobby Lobby, Michael, Loops and Thread. It's not a bad yarn. That was the first time I used it, and I used it for the mousse. It is a little bit more thicker, like stronger thick, compared to the Premier Snuggle and some of the Bernat that came out. But it is really smooth compared to the old Bernat style where it was like really rough. I do like it, especially if you want to have a good tight form for like the hooves. I mean, look how nice it really turned out. Really nice that it looks like you could almost stand him up. And it really did a great form for the mousse too. So I really like the way he turned out. I used pink eyes for her. And the tail is crocheted, and then you sew it onto the body. So it almost looks like a shamrock. She's so stinking cute. And this one will probably be a favorite for a lot of little girls. Ooh, not the unicorn. All of these yarn are Bernat Snuggle. The yellow, the coral peach, the purple. And I think that this peach color here is Loops and Thread, that's right. But the cat is Snuggle, I think. I have to look, but I might be wrong. So, and then I use white eyes as well for her. So that way you can see it with the color. And I did purple for the hooves. Then, because I think purple really looks good for that. And I like the way the yellow blends in for the hair. It's so cute. This is great for little girls that love to be princess in the mystical world. So I might even do it without the horns and that and look like a regular horse. Because that's another way I can do horses. This is my husband's favorite. He loves pig. Pipsy the pig. And I use pink, it's like a rose gold pink eye. So that way it's a little bit darker, so it blends a little nice with the head, light pink head. And you do the same thing with the hook. You draw the yarn in there and then it creates an indent. And then you sew this little pink snout on and then you add your little black line. I sewed the tip of there's a piece of string hanging on, of the ear onto the head. So that way it will stay down. I like the way it looks. It's just so adorable. I want to do like maybe polka dot color pig too. And the tail is also crocheted in. You just chain whatever and then do single crochet down and then you crochet it onto the body like the feet and the arms. So, and I'm not done yet. I have made so many. Like I said, I've been on her kick. I love her patterns. I want to make some smaller versions of it. Here, do Letty the Lamb. So all white with light pink. Premier Dark Gold, and I use smaller eyes for her, and I use the white. And I believe that's a 20mm. That's perfect for her little size. So you see, even though I've used same size yarn as some of these, it depends on the crochet hook too. So I think I used a 6 for the pig and a 5 for the lamb. If I'm not mistaken, it might be a 6 as well. I can't remember. Now for her powder, she does recommend a 3.75mm. I'm not a fan of using a much smaller hook for thick yarn. You can. If you're good at it, go for it. I mean, but you should use whatever yarn you desire. Just follow the pattern. Just remember, the bigger the hook, the bigger the plushie will be, and as well as the yarn. So you could use a 5 weight and a 6 weight with the same size hook. It just looks a different size because of the thickness of the yarn. It's amazing how those things work. So it's crazy. So she is similar to the Highland cow, but this part here on the head is crocheted as one piece. And then you sew it onto the head, just like the ear. Where the cow has 3 separate pieces. And you sew them on. You could do 2 or 3. But I thought 3 was perfect because I like the way it really lays out. So there's a little lamb. She is so cute. And then the Y for the nose. I think this one is one of my favorites too. Little mouse. I love the way the ear turned out. It's just so pretty. And the big eye really made it look good. And I used a regular medium pink eye. And then you crochet and then you chain and then you crochet down and then you crochet the legs and arms and everything to it. So there's Misty the mouse, and I used a medium size pink safety nose. It turned out so perfect. She's so cute. For those of you that love mouse, I think she's adorable. So I believe the mouse, the dog, and the cat are all one pattern pack. And she has done an amazing job with a lot of these. So cute. It's hard to decide which one you like the best. They're all adorable. There's your bunny, Bean the bunny. And this is absolutely precious. Absolutely precious. Great for Easter. Those of you that are huge rabbit lovers that raise rabbits and stuff like that, there's your collection. It's good for Easter. If the kids are asking for a pet rabbit and you're not ready, there you go. That way they could adopt one and you could teach them how to take care of it out of a stuffed toy. What do you think? I used the pink safety nose as well, and I did purple eyes. Kind of hard to see because it's dark. And then I used the loops and thread. I think it's lavender bloom flower So it's got little yellow and green in there. It's supposed to be like flowers. And then I use the lavender, solid purple for the face, the ears, the tail, and that's it. You sew the ears and sew the head on. And this rabbit is just so cute, and she is so soft because of this yarn. I love losing thread yarn. I used it before and hated it at first, but they pulled it off the shelf, worked on it, and brought it back. It is much better than it was before. So, like I said, these are all available on rawsunshinecrocheter.com. And these are customizable. So, if you go to the custom page, I have pictures of each of those in it. I do not have the dog in the pictures yet because I just finished them today, so I will update the picture. But I do have it marked in there, the names of the animals for each selection. So that way, it's pretty bad. Alright, I got a couple more, and then you can decide which one is your favorite. Here's Dippy the dinosaur. These are great for little boys who just love dinosaurs. Look how tiny he is. He's so cute. And this is a 5-weight yarn. I love this yarn here because it's so soft, but it's thinner, so it's great for smaller size plushies. Like this one and the frog. It's the same yarn. They're both from Premier. And I think it's just so cute. And I did use a little bit smaller hook for it, so that way it looks small. And I love how she did the feet. They are done with 5 unfinished double crochet, and then you pull them all together to create a little bobble stitch. And then I use green eye, dark green eye for him, and then I use gray for the little stripe. I think he's so cute. Great for little boys. Now mind you, I know all of these have safety eyes. I'm not very good at doing eye embroidery. I'm working on that. But I can even make some without the eye. So that way it's safe for your child under the age of like 3. I would say maybe 4 on the safe side. Because I know sometimes as they get a little older at the age of 3, they start biting things. So you can request that and say, hey, can you make this without the safety eye? I can do that. So I'm thinking about making like some that worth doing without the safety eye. That would look good. That could be small like that for your little ones. Like maybe the bear, the dinosaur. I can even do like, I got a whole bunch of dog and cat patterns that can be done without safety eyes too. And I would be glad to even do that for you. So he is super cute. I really like the way he looks. He's got the little snow in the nose. So, and it's great to carry around. You can fit in your pocket for your little one. Even when you have children that are in a spectrum of autism or Down syndrome or anything, that like to carry little toys that are soft like this because of their sensory or whatever, this would be great, for them. That way they don't have to carry anything huge. They could have something little that's their favorite. So there's an option. This one is the mini Snuggle Dragon. I love the way the colors look for this guy. I used the green Bernat Mystical for the body, and then the blue for the add-on from Premier Sack Gold. So you got the ring and the spice going up to the tail, and of course, little tail tip. And so the ears on and the horns on. And then he's cute. And I use really pretty, like, medium blue eyes for him. I decided to do the blue snow instead of the matching green, just to kind of give it a nice offset. So you got kids that absolutely love dinosaurs. Not dinosaurs. Snuggle dragons. Why did I say dinosaur? The last one was the dinosaur, that's why. So these are dragons. I do have them in the picture for custom. If you want to do your own different color or whatever, I would work with you. I would try my best to get more burnout color, not burnout, well, yeah, burnout yarn, but premier one. So that way the people that really like that specific color too. So, but I love the way he turned out. So he's really adorable. And I love that yarn too. That's so pretty, that mystical color. Last, what you want? And another dragon. It's not a snuggle dragon. It's called, let me pull it up for you. I used the black and red from Premier Stack Gold. And he is absolutely adorable. I love the colors. I used red eyes for him. So let me pull him up. It might be Dark the Dragon. Yeah, it's Dark the Dragon. So you have two different options for the one. What's that? Yeah, it's Dark the Dragon, D-A-R-T-A. So I just did all red and black. For those of you that really are into like dark colors. He's really cute. And I also did the same for the snout. I love the way he turned out, and the wing is really easy to make. You sew the wings on, you sew your spikes on, and the horn. It's just so cute. I love the eyes too, it really turned out nice. And the tail is a little bit smaller than the green one. But this one is called Dark the Dragon. That one is the bonus of the mini Snuggle Dragon, where it comes with the Snuggle Dragon pack that I have. So, yeah, he turned out really nice. And then you do your puff stitch or whatever it's called on the paws. It turned out really good. Last one, my biggest one, Eden the Dragon. I started to do blue and white ice for the winter. And she is so cute. And I used this beautiful blue eye to go with it. And then I used the soft fur from Hobby Lobby. I didn't have any white, but this color really turned out nice to go all the way up to the top of her head. And then she's got her little tail. I wasn't thinking when I did it because I was following her pattern, I didn't do pink paw, but you know what, I think I like it. But it turned out really nice, and then she got longer wings. So you do the blue first, and then you add the white on to finish it. Isn't she gorgeous? You could like wrap it around your head a little bit to carry her around if you want and have fun. She is my biggest snuggler I've ever made. And I think I used a 5.5mm hook. Like I said, she recommends anywhere from like a 375 to like a 4.5. But I like them a little bit bigger. So I know that the pricing would be a little high, but I think it's worth it because they can even stay here. And she is gorgeous. And I love the color for it. It's perfect for ice. Just can't get over it. I want to do one for fire. And I have a couple more to finish. So I got a couple yarn downstairs to get ready to be made. I got quite a few. I got a couple dragons to finish. The doe, the deer. I also got the light and dark dragon. Nighttime and daytime type. From how you say the dragon, the name. So I have that. I have a couple of those because there's two different ones I think I have. Got another dinosaur, a couple more dragons, and I also got a couple mods to put on there. So one of them is the ice cream mod is used as the horn on the dragon. I think that's going to be really, really cute. Playful night dragon. And I got a regular playful dragon. So I got quite a bit to work on. So I'm going to work on those. Now I can't wait to get those ones done and get the rest of her pattern. So I really hope you liked seeing these beautiful snugglers, because I can't stop because it's absolutely adorable. And I don't know exactly which one is all my favorite, but I would say for a wild animal, I don't know, I think that moose is one of my favorites because it's just too stinking cute. And for those of you that have a rustic log cabin home, just want a handmade thing, this is to you. I think it turned out wonderful. So, I don't know, I love them all. They are all my favorite, and I love how they turn out to really look like a real animal. I can't get over it. Especially the bears, the way they turn out, the moose, the cows, all of them. Which one's your favorite? I'd like to know. Leave me a comment down below. So, just go ahead and visit crocheter.com. And I do have all of these plushies available on there. Plus, I have scrunchies. I got a couple wearables on there. I think I have bandanas put on there. I got beanie hat and ear warmers thrown in there. And I also have a custom page where you should go in and it'll tell you how to do it. You'll see your contact me information and everything to do it. And then you scroll down below. That will have pictures of all of the different patterns that can be customizable in your own choice of color. And then once you contact me and say, hey, this is what I want in this color and everything, what I'll do is I'll send you a inventory, and you can go ahead and pay for it upfront, so that way it can be done. All I ask is give me at least 2 weeks to work on. Usually it doesn't take me that long. It's just in case there was an emergency or I had to go get some more yarn and things like that. So any orders over $50, I require at least half down for everything, or you can pay it upfront. But half down is non-refundable because this will allow me to get the materials that I may need to get more of. And it's huge for both of us. And I will contact you as I'm making progress of all of the plushies and stuff like that, and make sure it's the right color, the yarn, and the eyes that you would like, and things like that. So that way you are happy with it and I'm happy with it. So that is about it for all of the snugglers. I keep calling, no, they're actually Splooting Series, Splooting, the little sploot. So, tell me which one's your favorite. Give me the thumbs up, click on the subscribe button to help me grow my channel and really make it go blossom for all of you. And click on that bell to get the notification. So I hope you guys have a fabulous week. See you guys. Bye.